So today's Wednesday, March 24th, and like I got this compression cuff because like my left elbow, like my tendonitis has been acting up. I mentioned before I used to pitch in high school, and I pitched as an adult too in baseball. That's a big reason why my elbow has been bothering me since I was like 14. That's when I first started my elbow pain, and that's when I first got into weights. And I wanted to make this video not so much about my training session. You know, just a secondary day would be bench, squat, paused on both, for sure on squat, but how to deal with elbow pain, tendonitis. I do, obviously a compression cuff is one way, and I have another ACE. It's like an ACE, it's hard to say, it's like a little plastic bubble in there, and you just wrap it. That has helped a lot. And of course stretching like no other, like dynamic, all these like elbow, shoulder stretches, you know, moving it around. Of course physical therapy can be expensive, so you kind of have to be your own physical therapist in a way. Mine just kind of locks on me, and that never happened before. My elbow would, like, even when when I take the bar off the bench and like start, it like locks. So it happened on my second attempt on my meet day, and that's never happened. So it's been happening more and more. Thank God it didn't happen for my third, but it doesn't hurt. It's just like weird. So I don't know why I thought I misplaced it. This is what I was talking about. You can buy it at Walmart. I got this like 2015. I got this like, I think I was like barely out of high school. It was like 2013, I think. So 8 years, ACE. I don't know what it's called, honestly. But it's like for golfer's elbow. Same thing, tennis elbow, pitcher's elbow, powerlifter's elbow. I don't know what it's called exactly. Probably put it on the screen whenever I find out. But it has a bubble in it, like a little plastic. I mean, it's old already. It's 8 years old. Damn, this thing's 8 years old. Oh, it doesn't come out? Well, anyway, here's the bubble. It's in there, plastic, bam. Still good after 8 years. Costs like $10, I think. It's not even that much money. You put it on the exact spot. Kind of neglected it for years, but I would always use it like whenever I had elbow pain. So you put the bubble, like I feel it like right here, like right there. So you bam. You cannot, I see people working out with it. I can't because it's just too tight. Like I put it too. I've seen old guys on one on each like elbow, or like one on each knee. I didn't know there was knee ones. This wouldn't fit on like anyone's knee, but bam. And then like to make it tight, you just do this a lot, and I feel it like that. You have to mess with it. But I mean, the bubble isn't as good as it used to be for sure. But maybe I think the other way is better. This way, tie it inwards, like towards your median. Damn, I forgot the anatomical term. Show school does nothing for you. You're just gonna forget everything, like me. Put it right there. I think that way's better. Oh yeah, way tighter. So we put that there. You just kind of flex it, and then in between my sets, I'll just put it on and out because I can't bench with it. Like no, there's no way. It looks like I can, but I can't. So this and the compression cuff, I have Mark Bell, the super training one. The compression cuff, like within one warm-up set, 3 tops, I've already taken it off because it's so tight. Like I said, arm circles, front, back, big arm circles, front and back. YTL raises these on a bench, on an incline bench. You just have to mess with your elbows so much, like in a good way, like stretch it dynamically, even after stretch it like that. Like this, like any stretch you can think of, that's what you gotta do. Don't just like don't do anything. Like don't just neglect your elbow, because that's gonna be there forever. Like my elbow, since it started hurting me when I was 14, it's only gotten worse. It's never gotten better. Unless like when I wasn't, like I was lifting weights, but I was never that into powerlifting. So if I wasn't pitching or playing baseball like in the summer, it would, you know, hurt less. Powerlifting, same thing. Leading up to a meet, it hurt less because I would rest. And then after the meet you rest, but once you start, like it's gonna keep hurting unless you get surgery. But I will not get surgery on it, so it's gonna keep nagging forever. So you gotta find ways to work around it. That was my 5th set of the 5x5. So I found a new way to speed up my videos without fast forwarding them and talking more without making the videos too long. I'm just going to show my first and last sets. I think that's perfect. It just bothers me because I didn't record the second, third, and fourth for my own benefit. It bothers me like not being able to see the second, third, and fourth sets because I've been so like spoiled to see myself like record myself all the time. But I went literally like 10 years without recording myself in the gym, so I'll be fine. First and fifth set. The elbow, that thing I was telling you about, that ace bubble thing, helped a lot because my elbow, like every set felt better and better and better. It wouldn't lock. Sucks though on like squats, low bar, it like shakes when I walk out, and I don't feel it, but I see it on the videos, and that's kind of cause for concern, a little scary. But yeah, this was like perfect weight. It was 210 for 5x5. Sunday I did 190 for 5x6, so I just felt like it was perfect because that was super easy anyway. So this was like a perfect weight. It was just my elbow bothered me the first set and second set kind of, but third, fourth, fifth, real smooth. This one was easy. I don't want to say it's too soon to be pausing 17 weeks out from meet day, but I think it's never too soon to pause if you're in a prep for powerlifting. Like if you're touch and going off season and you don't plan on competing anytime soon, whatever. Me, I'm pausing all day long no matter what. Even if I'm off season and I don't plan on competing for a year, I'm going to pause no matter what. I don't want to lose that muscle-mind connection on pausing. Like I said, I went like 10 years without pausing, like 10 and a half years without pausing until like I prepped for my first powerlifting meet, then I started doing it. But it will never hurt you to pause. That's just an ego thing, touch and go, to do more weight and go faster, because you're going to go down faster, you're going to go down up faster, you're going to lock out less, so faster. All three will be faster, the way down, way up, and the lockout. So there's nothing wrong with just holding it and just literally going easy. I mean, not going easy, but doing a little bit less weight. Not that much of a difference. I mean, it'll be a difference, but it'll be not that much of a difference reps and sets wise. Like I did the 5x6. And not as paused as I wanted it to. Find this one. 210, 5x5. Pretty damn paused in my opinion. Not long pauses, but comp pauses in my opinion. 5x5, 210. Touch and go, I could have easily done 225. Like, easily. And 190 on Sunday for 5x6 could have easily done 210, 5x6. Or something along those lines. So it won't be that much less weight, but just know you're never going to touch and go in a comp. Unless, like, on the rare occasion you have a ref that has very fast pauses. But that's really rare, honestly. It's happened, but it's rare. You just hope for the worst, so meet day feels easy. The pause that they have, which is usually like a 1-2 count, usually do 3 counts, like 1, 2, 3. So meet day, it's easy. That's all I gotta say. It's common sense. Most people don't do it though. I do it. That's my way. It's time to squat now. Okay, so I hate this setup, but it's the easiest way to put the 100-pound plates on, and I just put them on. So it's gonna be an ass angle. I hate this setup for like depth and like form purposes because I can't see. I could put it like over there, but it's not gonna work. So for today, we're doing ass angle on squat. I'm gonna move the entire platform though. I'm thinking right there in that corner, and there'll be so much room for everything in a better. It's like in a corner of the room, of the garage, and it's like better to put these on. I have enough room. I just gotta move the stuff that's there in the dip station I have. Probably put that here, or like transfer it back and forth. So today will be 300 5x5 paused. So I'm going to start my first set of the 5x5 300 pounds. I know I said I wasn't going to do low bar today on like my last video on Sunday when I did squats because I was so dead for the 5x6 320. But like I feel better. My groin was sore, and then like my quads never get sore on squats because low bar, like I'm so hip dominant, I'm not quad dominant at all. I don't feel it on my quads at all. So I was sore on my groin and my hamstrings yesterday more than ever. But I don't get sore on my hips though. Sometimes I'll feel it in my lower back a little bit, just a little burn. But I feel better, but the warm-ups have felt horrible. Every single warm-up sucked. I don't know what happened. This feels super heavy. My last warm-up was 290. The belt, I mean, I loosened it. It felt like too uncomfortable. Not so much tight, just uncomfortable. It hurt, so I loosened it by 1. And like the gangster sleeves don't even feel it. Like it feels like I have nothing on. I don't know, my knees are hurting. My ankles are hurting. But we're gonna see how it goes. And I'm so crooked. My right side is always crooked. Like it's not my hips. It's my shoulders, so I kind of try to even it. It looked good last one, so we'll see how this one looks, my shoulders. So my first set wasn't so bad. Loosening the belt helped. So it really hurts right here and kind of right here. So on all 3 lifts with the SBD belt, I'm pretty comfortable with it right here. And then putting the lever on. It was actually not hard at all. I haven't seen like how straight the bar was on my right side, but I was trying to lean more to the left. So assuming I did a good job at that, I haven't looked at it yet, then the bar was straight. That looks very ugly. I hate that. I did it at my meet. Thank God I didn't get any reds for that specific reason. But the side judges can't see. The front one would be the one. I mean, he would probably be the one to see. I don't know if he'd give a red for that, but that ref would be the one to see. I don't know if they give reds for that, because that's the other one's jobs. They're more looking at the depth. But anyway, my right knee's just really hurting, like a lot. It hurt really bad. My knees never hurt. So that was the only thing about that first set. Okay, that's it for the squats. My last set, my right knee was really bugging me. Maybe because I go lower on the right side, it leans that way. Maybe, I don't think it's that though. If I ever hit my right knee on a table, which I've done a lot in the past 2 years, ever since I started powerlifting, it's like my knee knows I'm powerlifting, and I always get the sharp part of a table. Happened this morning. That usually affects me like for 2 days. So avoid sharp ends of tables, corners, whatever, with your knees. Because that will get swollen. It'll bother you. Probably build some lactic acid up in there. I don't know. I don't want to try to sound smart. Don't know the real reason. But I know it hurts. It'll affect you on squats, especially pause squats. It was pretty easy besides that and my cricket bar angle. Can't wait to get my Texas squat bar. I cannot wait for that. That's coming. I don't know when it's coming. I do know it's 4 weeks production time, and I bought it, I don't know, last week. So it'll either be here within 4 weeks or it'll send in 4 weeks. Deliver, I don't know. Ship. So do some high bar. Just gonna start one set. I'll probably fast forward it. I'm probably gonna combine this with my deadlifts tomorrow. Take a break from bench. Probably might do a voiceover, but this is gonna be on my laptop. And my laptop makes a really annoying sound. It'll affect the voiceover, so pending on that. So high bar, and see you tomorrow. Whew. My thumbs have no tolerance to heavy load, and being, you know, my hands being inside my legs, because I'm used to having my hands outside my legs with conventional. Sumo feels okay, but pulling the slack out is a whole nother story. Whole nother ballgame on sumo. For me, it's harder because it's been a while. I mean, it should be easier. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on sumo. So for me, pulling the slack out was something I had to get used to. And my thumbs, like, they were fine. They weren't slipping. My grip wasn't coming apart. It just really hurt like a rash on both thumbs. more my right one. So lockout's hard for me on sumo just because of my like hook grip, because it hurts and like my thumbs feel like they're burning. That's why I've been doing stiff leg deadlifts and RDLs with hook grip, and I'm gonna do RDLs right now, hook grip. So this is my fourth set of the RDLs. This is 4x5. This is the only set you're gonna see. But I learned it's so hard to pull a slack out on sumo, but it's not that. This bar's just so advanced. Look, I was doing this, but it's like there's so much more. Like I was only doing like that, but look at that. Even on like conventional, look at that. So I would stop halfway when I should have been up there. Alright, here we go. I was so focused on my thumbs and being tight and the slack of the bar, I only did 4 reps like an idiot. So just for that, I gotta do an extra 3. Make up for that 1. So what I was saying about elbow pain, I never got into it. But you gotta know about elbow pain when I mentioned about that ACE, that plastic bubble thing. My elbow does feel better since yesterday. You know, having a compression cuff, icing it, putting in a hot salt bath, doing both, maybe separate days, maybe same days. Salt baths, man, those feel amazing. Olive oil, literally olive oil where you eat your food with, and a salt hot bath, oh my god. I promise you, you'll feel amazing after that. I promise you. It's like a body orgasm. Literally, you feel amazing. Like your body, your muscles feel relaxed. Like, it's like they feel high. Like seriously, your muscles though feel amazing. That works in my opinion. Ice baths, people talk bad about those. You know, even the experts that lived and died by ice baths, you know, now there's studies saying they don't really work. But in my personal opinion, an ice bath's not going to hurt you. Once in a while, like try something. Don't do nothing about your injury. Like a pre-existing elbow injury for me, I gotta baby it as much as I can. I can't just neglect it. You know, like band pull parts for bench. I don't have bands right now, but I'm gonna buy some. That helps a lot because I feel it in my elbow because it's like doing all this. I'm not gonna be doing this on bench. it's a similar movement to bench. I'm gonna be doing this on bench and that. This feels good just doing this. This is literally cracking my elbow, not my shoulder. This is more shoulder. Like small circles, and these little ones is for my elbow. You know, like I said, stretching before and after. Just as much rehab as you can. Don't ever limit yourself. And you gotta know when you're doing, like when you have pre-existing elbow pain, mine's my left one, or any pain, but I'm talking about elbow pain, you gotta know it's not just with pushing. So with shoulders, my elbow actually never hurts on shoulder press. Standing shoulder press, bench never hurts. Shoulder, bench, thank God. If anything hurts on those, it'll be my shoulder on bench or shoulder press, but it's more on bench. My left shoulder will start active because I have kind of pain on that one. You gotta know, deadlifts, you're gonna feel it too because your elbow is supporting literally 400 plus pounds of weight or more. And like pull-ups, I feel it on pull-ups when I come down. It's like, that hurts. That hurts because stretching it and your elbow is weaker than a healthier elbow that someone else would have. So it's with pulling movements too. So you gotta really adapt. So lower the ego with pulling movements too, pushing movements too. But bench, you shouldn't feel elbow problem. If you do, it's something I really can't relate to. But if you do, of course, same thing. Bench, shoulder, pull-ups, rows, lat pull-downs, anything where you feel it, you gotta, you know, just lower the ego a little bit, and the RP a little bit, or same RP, but lower the weight, lower the ego, and just really feel the burn, like on the accessories. Like if it hurts doing like incline dumbbell rows right here, because your elbow's stretching and that hurts, it doesn't hurt me, but if it hurts anyone, or a lat pull down up here with so much weight, and you have bad form, like you're using momentum, swinging, your butt's coming up, just do less. Really, baby, like don't like, like I'm gonna do more weight, like every power lifter. Let's rehab an injury by doing heavier weights and more of the same exercise. Every powerlifter does that, even I do it. But do it smart. Do it to an extent, know your limit. Like if you know 3 more reps is gonna hurt your elbow, just stop. Like what does it matter? 3 reps on lat pull down is not gonna do anything for you. If you did 12, those 3 more for 15, it's not worth your elbow injury, your shoulder injury, back injury, whatever it is. But when it's like bones and cracking, like my hip just pops. It's been popping my whole life, but now it's kind of different. You know, cricket squat like me, cricket anything, you have to really spoil it. Look at videos based on how you feel, not so much RP, but like level of discomfort, level of pain, and just really do as much as you can. Who cares? Take the ice bath. Who cares? Like, or just ice it with ice. You know, rest, ice, compress, elevate, whatever. Do all that like at least once in a while. But for sure, the hot salt olive oil bath, I guarantee you will not regret that one. Massages, do what you can. You know, that costs money too, but it's, like, physical therapy costs a lot. And like, I hate to talk bad about physical therapists. Someone like me who studies kinesiology knows the basics of it, and just research on your own, that's enough to know. Instead of wasting money and going to physical therapists that really don't know anything. I'm just being honest. There's some that don't know. I worked as a personal trainer in a commercial gym. They said I was better than physical therapists because my rehab stuff, they literally would tell them, physical therapists, just do this, like, you know, what, get a band right here, attached to a pole, just do this, and that's all they would say, just do that, do that. They wouldn't watch them, they wouldn't tell them how many sets and reps, they wouldn't tell them how slow to go, how fast to go. They would literally walk away, go to their office, come back. That's a bad anything. Bad teacher, bad trainer, bad physical therapist, bad doctor. There's bad doctors too. Not talking bad about doctors. I do not know what I'm talking about when it comes to medicine, but there's a lot of bad experts out there. So if you're going to a bad expert instead of just doing it on your own and doing research, that's just stupidity. At least learn or find a better expert, or both. That's it for the video. I ranted as much as I wanted to. I didn't leave anything out. Usually I always forget something I want to say as soon as I upload. It's like, I forgot this. But that was enough. Thanks for watching. I think that's it for the videos this week. I'll see you next week. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe.